Where am I? I'm in the broken stair, which is the right spot. But I don't see the piece yet. It definitely is. 2 is longer than this. It's kind of bigger. And while it's not quite open world, it's more open in exploration.
Bring him down.
Okay. I see it. Is that it? No, that's the Vulgrim spot it just came from, right? Yeah. There it is. Okay, which way am I facing? This is the way I want to go, right? Kinda? Wait, how do I... No, I need to get up to the road first. There. That thing? Oh, it's just a light. Oh, there's lights. Ooh, it's the fun guns. Let's see, I'll go up the stairs. At this point, I'm just using the sword because I want to heal. Is the sword maxed out yet? No, not quite. It's going to be soon. Scared sword makes you realize you missed classic 3D Zelda. Snare, scope, but I like to focus it up. Open world with degree in their own way, sure. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Is that a spam bot? Yeah, I have felt that way for a while. Oh, thank you, Dragon. I felt that way for a while. Like, a lot of people, I wouldn't say are, like, mean about it, but, like, they don't really like hearing, they not praise Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda. But basically, my opinion of... I don't consider Breath of the Wild as, like, a 3D Zelda. Because... Oh god. Oh god. Because basically, at this point, I think there's 3 categories of Zelda. There's 2D Zeldas, 3D Zeldas, and Breath of the Wild. Because the Breath of the Wild is so different. Part of me always wants to say that it's a great game, just not a great Zelda game in the sense that it doesn't feel like a Zelda game. And don't get me wrong, I love Zelda, or Breath of the Wild. I just wish that we would have... Okay, I beat them all. I wish that we would have more 3D Zeldas on the Switch. I'm glad they brought this to it, or Skyward Sword to it. I want them to bring other 3D Zeldas to it as well, though. I'd love it if they just put all the Zeldas on Switch. It was Bad Hammer. Hey there, Inheritance. Spawned its own genre. It's an interesting argument. I think it spawned its own type of Zelda game. Hopefully, like, I think there's space for both of them. And honestly, they both can be blended. Like, it would feel like closer to a normal 3D Zelda game if they had, like, bigger, more notable dungeons, items that you collect along the way to increase where you can go, and which you could still do with open world. You got parts of the world that you just can't get to. or things you can't. You have to mark on your map to come back later, little areas. And they could and bosses that are more unique than just the blights. I'm fine with them hybrid and doing more of a hybrid. I'm fine with that as long as they bring back the elements I love about the 3D Zeldas. And Inheritance, you really picked and chose your words, or what words you heard. I make it no secret that my favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask. And I know there's a very small set of people who feel that way. Skyward Sword was up there, though. I love Skyward Sword. I love it because I love the like art style. I actually like the concept of swinging your sword in different ways is needed to like bypass shields and stuff. Like, we're gonna watch how sequel does in Baby Breath. Fun. Yeah, I hope that the sequel starts to blend things from other ones. I'm not expecting it though, really. I'm expecting it to be very similar still, but I'm hoping it blends stuff. And I'd more of expect by the next game is when, like, after Breath of the Wild 2, whatever comes next will be more of a blending. Breath of the Wild was so critically acclaimed, I can't see them for 3D Zelda going back to not open world. I think that's the future of the 3D games. I just want to see them incorporate more traditional elements. And I do hope they bring back 2D Zelda still, because 2D Zelda has a place. The fact that they did re-release, or they did a remake of Link's Awakening, though, makes me not too worried about 2D Zelda. You can have 2D Metro and 3D Metro, you can still have 2D Zelda. Yeah, exactly. 3D doesn't really, at least the case in Zelda, but probably for most franchises, 3D doesn't, like, take away, like, it doesn't make 2D obsolete. 2D has a place because it still is very different. There we go. Three more. Of course, now I have to make my way all the way back to Volgrim. Like, I think I'd struggle to think of a game where 3D actually made 2D obsolete. I'm trying to think of one, but I really can't. Volgrim is... Okay. Don't put me all the way back up here. Oh, cool. Let's kill myself slowly, that's fine. I just realized I have horse. Horse might not help here. I need to get lower without getting too low. How do I... upstairs. It's over here, I believe. These. I mean, I honestly kind of thought 2D Metroid, like, that Nintendo wouldn't do it again, aside from remakes. Come on, there you are. I'll save money. And I also, like, 2D in general, I was worried once Nintendo went with a hybrid system, since they didn't have a handheld for their 2D games, that they'd only focus on 3D, so I'm glad to see that's not the case. Like, the Switch, I believe, will be the first Nintendo console to have both a 3D and a 2D Metroid. It's not like a remakes. Or, like, not ports or remakes. It does it, 9% 3D games make 2D games absolutely. Yeah. I'm not even sure if devs necessarily had that. I think also gamers, like, back in the late 90s when we got the PlayStation 1 and the N64, I think that's when gamers kind of didn't, like, 3D was the thing. Why would you go back to 2D? And now that I think really what revitalized it all was indie games. The handheld market still kind of kept it alive a bit. But in terms of 2D console games, I think indie games are what really made devs realize there was still a place for 2D. And I think indie devs, for like a lot of things, they've kept a lot of things alive, and there's a lot of franchises that I think would be dead if it wasn't for indie devs showing there's still a demand for those franchises. I feel like Advance Wars is one of those things that got enough Advance Wars style games in the past decade that Nintendo is just like, hey, maybe we should give Advance Wars another try. Like, even if you don't like indie games, I think the indie scene has benefited all gamers. Unless you're just only like Call of Duty or something. That 2D game renaissance is a great thing. Like, Hollow Knight is still my favorite Metroidvania style game of all time. I'm getting really careless. Just die. No. Glare on the screen. The sun is at the perfect angle to glare. I don't know why I'm looking at the map. I can see right on the mini map that I need to go this way. What I really want them to do is a new 2D Mario. It's not just another new Super Mario Bros. Like an actual all new, different style 2D Mario. So I remember back in the day when every 2D Mario was unique in its visual aesthetics as well as mechanics and physics and everything. Rose with Hollow Knight, how much big fan of Metroidvania? Yeah, I mean, I knew I was a big fan of Metroidvania, but Hollow Knight is the one that really made me showed me that I could enjoy challenging Metroidvanias and not just let's be honest, Metroid doesn't get super challenging outside of a few fights. Ridley's usually a bit of a but it's mostly not that challenging, the Metroidvania. And I hadn't played a lot of the older Castlevania back when Castlevania was particularly brutal. But Hollow Knight made me see that I could enjoy a more punishing Metroidvania. Yeah, brand new 2D Mario. We haven't, even with new Super Mario Bros., we haven't had a new one of those. We haven't had any new 2D Mario games, including new Super Mario Bros., since the Wii U launch. The Switch got a port. And of course, I'm not counting Mario Maker, because Mario Maker, while I love it, is not a 2D Mario game, it's a 2D Mario making game. It has a story mode, but you know what I mean. And I kind of feel like that's another reason they haven't bothered with a new 2D Mario game, is they have Mario Maker out and they're just like, well, not everybody can make Mario games, so we'll focus on other things now. And sure, but while there's a small selection of level makers who make quality levels, most can't. Nintendo is good at level design, let's just be honest. You'd be sold day zero. I can't really think of any Nintendo franchise that they've kind of only been making 3D ones for a while. How do I get up there? This is weird. How do I get up there? I'm gonna spend the whole stream trying to get these things. Kirby and DK the opposite realm, they're kind of neat. Yeah. Well, Donkey Kong has the one attempt at 3D they did with DK64. And for one, that was rare, and we barely have gotten mainline Donkey Kong Country game or Donkey Kong games from Nintendo after Rare. We got Returns and Tropical Freeze, and those came way later. And then second, DK64 has very mixed reception, and so I think they're hesitant to try it. Kirby they haven't even tried, period. The closest we've had with Kirby is Kirby's Air Ride, which is a spin-off. We haven't had any 3D Kirby, and I don't know if they're just not sure how to translate it into 3D. Come on, I don't see anything in the Shadow Realm or in the non-Shadow Realm. So, teleport points. Or a hook shot point. It looks like I could go in that building somehow. I'm blind. There was a hole in the wall right here all along. I can't believe I didn't see that. To be fair, I have a glare on the OBS screen, so the wild. There's like a fraction of a second delay, but Kirby's kind of the ultimate comfort game. Yeah, I mean we get challenging stuff in Kirby games. That's usually like essentially post-game stuff. Superstar Ultra probably has the most challenging stuff in a Kirby game. But yeah, it's nice. Like, I've had people, I saw somebody I tried to talk to a little on Twitter and gave up, that was complaining about Kirby games, saying he was a Kirby fan, but complaining that they have been making them too easy, and I'm just like, that's Kirby games. Like, if you don't enjoy them because they're too easy, then I don't see how you're a Kirby fan. I'm not trying to gatekeep, but like, that's literally the entire like series. It's meant to be kind of a chill series, and so that being said, I think they could do 3D Kirby. The hard part is always like controls and how well would he control in 3D, especially with trying to suck stuff up, because that's very like, I don't know, maybe that seems like it might be hard to get the balance right on that, and that might be part of it. I also feel though like Kirby's one of Nintendo's, like, for lack of a better words, lower budget series. They certainly invest money into it, but like, they don't, I think, invest the amount of resources into a new Kirby game as they do like with a new mainline Mario game or a mainline Zelda. Where's this enemy that I'm getting music for? And that might be another reason that they stick to 2D. Because, like, Kirby makes some decent money, but it's not one of their, like... It's not one of their huge cash cows. It definitely makes them more than... Did he fall down here? I'll give up on looking at it. It definitely makes more than like Metroid or Star Fox or lots of their other series. But I think that's why it has a bit of a lower budget. Honestly, Kirby is one of the few other Nintendo franchises that I think a Maker game would work with. Make your own Kirby levels. Okay, well, not that way. How about... something up here? Back to where I don't see... I need to get higher. Let's stop looking at the screen with the glare. I didn't go in here. Oh, that's just... Oh, that's not bad. Increase my health. I feel like I've almost maxed out the health. Even up there, what's this hole? Oh, I can't go on that. Oh, well, there's this. That being said, at least we get a lot of Kirby games, so it's not one of the series that like Nintendo neglects much. And it's honestly been one of their more experimental series, like that they're willing to try new ideas with. I think Mass Attack was super underrated. Mass Attack is one of my favorite Kirby games. And Mass Attack had some really great mini games. It had a great like pinball mini game. It had a little mini RPG mini game. Like, and the RPG one was like, it was fun. I'd love it if they made a full Kirby RPG. Maybe we'll get a new one next year. I don't know. We did get, once again, they like to experiment a lot, and they did give us the Fighters game. Last year, was it, or was it the year before? So we've technically had 2, maybe 3 Kirby games if you want to count the free-to-play one they have, but not sure I count that one. But still, they have at least, oh wait, they have at least 2 Kirby games there. One's just more experimental. So I don't know, I can't really tell. Yeah, I do recommend Mass Attack. I think the only Kirby games that I love more than Mass Attack are Superstar and Superstar Ultra, which are my favorite, and Planet Robobot, which was my next favorite. Like, that's how much I think Mass Attack was fun. Mass Attack was everything Hey Pikmin should have been. It was how you do a 2D game where you control a bunch of little minions and pile on enemies. Like, oh, that is, I think, a full heal item that I, at this point, probably want to save for the final boss. The one issue will be I won't know what the final boss is, because this is blind, and I'll always be like, I don't know if there's another form. Kind of like Hey Pikmin, I'll come back. I didn't get Hey Pikmin. I played the demo. And just really did not like the style. And I did read some reviews to try to get a feel like if the demo didn't well represent what the game was going to be like. And I decided the demo seemed pretty representative of the full product. Okay. Whew. Hopefully we get to go to the final boss after this. So we need to go back to Volgrum, which should be easy. Two remaining, yeah. You're getting there. Oh, that's not. You know what? I should get this. This seems to work a little better on the torch. I mean, it's janky, but like, I think I'm doing more damage per hit, plus I'm taking less damage. Oh god. The ghost is so much more. Where it is. Okay, no, there I took a lot of damage. I can hurt it while it's like this form. That or I can't punch it. Let's see. Can I get anything I actually want?
Let me know if I can help you.
No, not really. Okay. That is a warp I don't have. I'll go get that one, and then I have to get to the one near a warp I don't have. It's gonna be a pain. I'll admit, this part of the game, this little fetch quest for these MacGuffins is a little tedious. I swear I was holding the button, but okay. Fine. Guess you say otherwise, game. There we go. Okay, there. Greetings. This way, hopefully. Farewell for now. Ashlands. Is this? Yeah, there it is. Okay, when can I get horse? Not until I get sand. One thing is there's so few areas where you can use the horse in this game. The second one, you could use the horse in a lot of places. And you get the horse, I think, from the start in the second game. So you don't have to get it halfway through. You just have a horse. Let's see here. Either... It's high, so it must be over here to get up there. Can I not double jump? I can't. There we go. We do it from that little bit over there. Okay, I need explosive. Where is explosive? Oh, there's a way down here. Okay. What? Oh, there. Oh. So I could, if I can get one of the explosive things, I have a light source and that. something? Oh, that's just a marking on the wall. Oh, God. This is a pickle. Why can't I use my horse once I get to here? Like, what is my horse gonna do here? But I can't use the horse over there. It disappears automatically. Oh! There we go. I think I can go up now. Come on. Almost halfway through stream, we're still collecting these things. Almost done. Like I said, hopefully a boss is right after this. I did not expect so much that was left. Oh. Okay. Up here. Anything else up here, or just the thing? Looks like it's just the thing. Okay. One more. But the last one is near a warp point I've yet to find, which... How much left in the game? Well, when we started today, Shady, we had a plot twist where we needed to collect 7 pieces of a broken sword that was used to break the seals, because we needed to get to the destroyer. So we have to go and find the 7 pieces. And we have 6 out of 7 right now. We need 1 more, and then I'm hoping the boss. You looked it up, Dragon? Do you think we're gonna finish tonight, Dragon? Yes? Okay.
What would you ask of this?
The problem with this last piece is it is near a warp point that apparently I missed, so I can't warp to where it is, or to near it. So I gotta make my way over there. I don't like this way. I saw there's a really good item called Death's Blessing. Lets you heal yourself with your scythe when attacking enemies. I mean, we have a thing that lets us heal ourselves when attacking enemies with whatever weapon it's equipped to. Oops, I passed it. Where's... I'm gonna warp to a different spot. Otherwise, I'm not sure we really have the time to, like, go searching for a thing. Oops. Well, not totally necessary. It's not really good. Plus, it's blessed by his bro. Which bro? Death? Is Death? Is Death male? I forgot. For some reason I thought Death was a chick in this one. I know, the star of the third game is female. But yeah, Pestilence. I thought that for some reason I thought both Death and Pestilence were. Okay, so let's see. I'm going this way. Only female before? I guess. I don't know if they've had the fourth one yet in the game. Because they've had the 4 games and then they had Darksiders Genesis, which is a multiplayer Diablo-like game that I have, that I've been wanting to play with you, Shady. I got it for Christmas last holiday season. Whenever we eventually hang out. Is the 4th in general? I guess that makes sense, because I think it's a 4-player game. But I was assuming that they're going to have a 4th game starring that one. Galore. Is this the right area at least? Not quite, but I'm making my way there. Hopefully the final boss won't be a pain. I'm expecting it to not be easy. While this is no Dark Souls, it's definitely more challenging of a game than pretty much any Zelda there is. The Zelda's not really a challenging series in my opinion. Then again, I haven't played Hero Mode or whatever for Breath of the Wild. That one might be challenging, but remember in Ganondorf and Cloud, it's only like 3/4 of a heart. There's a reason 3-heart runs aren't necessarily like people manage them, and not just like super rare, very skilled players. But that being said, I'm still hesitant for another 3 hearts in Majora's Mask, because Majora actually hits pretty bad, and I think at 3 hearts Majora can pretty much one-shot through a lot of attacks. Yeah. You've never done a 3-heart run? Yeah, I haven't done a 3-heart run. And there's certainly enemies that can late game, and a lot of them that can one-shot you. I wish that could be an actual challenge mode. I mean, I suppose, but it's easy enough to self-impose a 3-heart run. So it would be different if there was like achievements and then people could see that you've done 3-heart run, because then it's like a brag set. There we go.